Hello students, let us learn another graphical representation of data, that is the frequency polygon. So frequency polygon is a graphical form of representation of data. It is usually drawn with the help of a histogram, but it can also be drawn without it. So here is an example of the frequency polygon. Now here you can see, children, that there is a histogram drawn and we take the midpoint and we construct the frequency polygon. Now, there exists no class preceding the lowest class and no class succeeding the highest class. Addition of the two class intervals with zero frequency enables to make the area of the frequency polygon as the same as the area of the histogram. So we need to keep in mind that we need to have a class interval preceding and succeeding so that the area will be equal to the area of the histogram. Whenever we are drawing the frequency polygon, we need to keep that in mind. Now let us learn how to do it. The frequency polygons can be drawn also independently without drawing histogram. For this, we require the midpoints of the class intervals used in the data. These midpoints of the class intervals are called as class marks. So we'll learn more about this class marks when we are actually going to draw a frequency polygon without using a histogram. So the class mark, which is upper limit plus the lower limit upon 2. When we will use this formula, we will be able to understand it much more better. So in case if I have 20 to 40. So here I know my upper limit will be 40 and my lower limit is 20. So 40 plus 20 upon 2, that is 60 upon 2. 60 upon 2 is nothing but 30. Now we learn what is the use of a frequency polygon. So we will use a frequency polygon whenever the data given is continuous and very, very large. Also, if we have to compare two different sets of data, okay, the same nature, maybe we are comparing the class performance of maybe section A, section B of the same standard, like of class 9. I have class section A, section B. So in order to know whose performance is much more better, that time we can use the frequency polygon. So let us right away start with an example. So consider the class marks out of 100 obtained by 51 students of a class in a test. So these are the marks which are obtained by the students out of 100. And these are the number of students. So there are about 51 students in the class. Question is to draw a frequency polygon corresponding to the frequency distribution table. Let us start. This is the thing given. So first we need to construct a histogram. So we have learned how to draw histogram. So from 0 to 10. So this will be about 5. So I take my ruler from 0 to 10. So I need not use a kink in this case. Okay, children, directly I need to start. So I need to take and I construct it. And we had learned that whenever we are drawing a histogram, the width has to be the same. So in case I've taken 1 centimeter here, every day I have to have the width as 1 centimeter only. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to take the midpoint. So here If I've taken this as 1 centimeter, I need to take 0.5. Then here also again 0.5. Here also 0.5. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, here again 0.5, and here again 0.5. Now what I need to do is, I need to take all these, okay, need to mark all these points. Now, first point, 5, number of students is 5. So for, I just need to take 0 and I go and mark near 5. This will be the first point. Then I have 0 to 5. The first point is here. Then 10 to 20. So now in this range 10 to 20. So here the midpoint is here. So somewhere here. Then it will be here. So in this way, you need to draw it with the help of a histogram. Now let us learn how to draw a frequency polygon without constructing a histogram. For this, the example is, in a city, the weekly observations were made in a study on the cost of living index, and this is given in a table. So this is the data that they told us to draw frequency polygon without constructing a histogram. Now we had learned that whenever we are doing a frequency polygon without a histogram, we need to have class marks. The formula for class marks was upper limit plus lower limit upon 2. So let us take a class interval. So we have a class interval of 140 and 150. We know upper limit is 150 and the lower limit is 140. The class mark will be 150 plus 140 upon 2. That is 290 upon 2, which will be 140. So this way only you need to prepare a table. So for 150 and 160, it will be 160 plus 2. So you can construct the table. So you have 160 plus 150 upon 2. So this will give me 310. So 310 upon 2 will be 155. So this way only, if you all proceed for the next class intervals also, you all will get the class. 145, 155, 165, 175, 185, and 195. Now what you all need to do is use this and construct the. Now we need to remember that whenever we are drawing a frequency polygon, we need to have a preceding and a succeeding class interval. So my class interval starts from 140. So what I need to do is, I need to have it this way. The first is near 5. So I go to 145 here. And here it will be for 5. So about here. I just take 145 and I draw this. Then I go to 155. And here the frequency is about 10. So here. I go to 165. And it is about 20. Then I go to 175. And I see it is for 9. It has to be somewhere here. So this way I continue and I draw the frequency polygon. You'll need to remember, in this case, we make use of class mark and frequency and not the class. Okay, children? and we need to have a preceding, and a succeeding class. Why? So that we can have that area equal to the area of the student. Okay, so you need to remember. So here it will be 135, so it's 145. So you need to subtract from that 10 and you need to have 135, and here 195 you need to add and you need to get 205. This way you need to construct a frequency polygon in the absence of a system. Now we will take a problem which is given in exercise 14.3, question number 6. The following table gives the distribution of students of two sections according to the marks obtained by them. So there is section A and section B. Now we are told to represent the marks of the students of both the sections on the same graph by two frequency polygons. And why we are told to use the same frequency polygon? So that we can compare the data. So first we will at the class marks, that is upper limit plus lower limit upon 2. So for section A, we have the class interval 0 to 10. The upper limit will be 10 and the lower limit will be 0. We will write the formula class interval equals to 10 plus 0 upon 2. So 10 upon 2 will be 5. So in this way, I will proceed and I will get a table where I have the class marks as 5, 15, 25, 35 and 45. The same way I will do also for the section B, and I will get the same class marks because the marks obtained is nearly the same way. The frequency is different. Now with the help of this chart, I will construct the table. Now we need from 5. So we have to have a preceding. So preceding, I'm starting with -5 and the succeeding. So 45. So I need to have up to 50. 55. Okay, because here if we see there is a difference of 10. There is a difference of 10. That's why I've taken here -5 and they have taken 55 and not 50 children. Okay. So now the blue will be for section A and the red is for section A and the blue is for section B. Now we see for section A. Now section A, the class mark is 5 and the frequency is 3. So I have here 5 and 3. Then I have next is 15 and 9. Then 25 and 17, 35 and 15 and 45 and 9. Then the blue is for section B. So again I go here and here it is 5 and 5 and 5. So I go here. Then 15 and 19. Then 25 and 15, 35 and 10, 45 and so with this I am very easily able to understand the given data. Now we'll go to the 7th question. The run scores by two teams A and B on the first 60 balls in a cricket match are given below. Here we are given 1 to 6, 7 to 12. So here we see that the data is not continuous. So we should draw a class table by having class intervals continuous. Again, as I had taught you all earlier, what I need to do is I need to take 0.5 from the lower limit and I need to add 0.5 on the upper limit. So on doing this, I get this table. Now we will find out the class limit, class mark, sorry. So we will take the first interval, that is 0.5 to 6.5. Here the upper limit is 6.5 and the lower limit is 0.5. The class marks will be 6.5 plus 0.5 upon 2, which is 7 upon 2. 7 upon 2 is 3.5. Now I will use this information and I will construct this table. So I have class marks 3.5, 9.5, 15.5, 21.5, 27.5, 33.5, 39.5, 45.5, 51.5 and 57.5. So we will construct the frequency polygon using this data for team A and team B. Now here again I have team A, which is represented in pink color, and team B, which is represented in blue color. So I've made use of different colors so that you are able to understand the given information. So 3.5 and 2. So here, so I have 3.5 on the x-axis and 2 from the y. Then I have 9.5 and 1, then 15.5 and 8, 21.5 and 9, 27.5 and 4, 33.5 and 5, 39.5 and 6, 45.5 and 10, 51.5 and 6, and 57.5 and 2. So this way you need to construct the frequency polygon. So in today's class, we have learned about the construction of a frequency polygon. So thank you, students.